Hello, my darlings. Hello, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful ones. I'm so happy to be here with you. Okay, so my loves, I want to start from the start and well, okay, let me start like that. Let me take a sip of water. So, welcome to this very special transmission. This one is dedicated to one of the most advanced feminine archetypes, the archetype of the priestess. And please don't be distracted by my attire. It actually has nothing to do with the priestess, but you know, sometimes the feminine likes to play and adorn herself, so I was in the mood for that today. Definitely, it's the way you look has nothing to do with being a priestess, because there are lots of priestesses that are completely unnoticed to the untrained eye in the world. I specifically want to dedicate this session to opening the priestess heart to love. I really want to dedicate this time together to bringing a holding to the feminine, to the tender at times feminine, to the delicate feminine, to the wild feminine, to every aspect of the feminine, to the mystical feminine. I want to bring this container where she truly can soften and be loved. So I want to ask you, how do your relationship with the masculine unfold right now? So we are having a masterclass next week called Walking in God's Heart, and this masterclass is open for men and for women. But this transmission is specifically for women. Men, of course, are welcome, but I'll be talking to women. And here, the theme we're working with is how a priestess can really let go into his arms. How a priestess can soften into a masculine embrace and truly create a relationship. So I want you to share, what are you experiencing with men right now? What are the challenges you're facing? What are the patterns you are encountering? So give me a sense of where you're at, and I'm also going to use some of maybe your examples as we go along this session. Where are you at with men right now? A lot of women have related to the reel I posted recently, that there is a pattern that seems to happen again and again, that men come, there's no shortage of men, and they come and they're very interested, but the tendency is that they come to receive an initiation. You show up in a certain position of giving, and you feel like you're giving more than he is giving you, and you are holding space for him spiritually, as women do, maybe also emotionally, energetically, and yet this man does not stay to build a lasting relationship with you. So a lot of women really recognize themselves here. I personally used to be in this pattern for quite a while, and I am really happy to see that I have exited this pattern, and it had to come with a lot of awareness. I had to become very, very aware of the things I've been doing that were completely natural to me, and that seemed like, but of course you're going to care for your man. But of course you're going to give him all you've got. But of course you want to reveal your full heart to a man. And some of these things are nuanced. And I recognize that in myself, and I also see my clients recognizing that in them, and things are changing big time. So let me see what the collective feminine is saying. Okay, ending relationship because I don't want to be in a polyamorous relationship. Inconsistency, probably because I'm not ready, though they are interested. Body can't relax in the proximity of a man. There's a lot of self-awareness here, so I congratulate you already on that. Feeling the man I'm interested in doesn't show as much interest and commitment and investment as I wish. I know that my presence in his life changed it profoundly. Men have been offering me help, fix things. Good. Having a moment of pause to find my worth without the man. Had been blaming for a very long time. Yet feeling tearing apart in this phase of pause and distance. Choosing myself could be so difficult. Okay. Letting go of a relationship, he gives me everything and is stable, but it's not where my heart truly desires. I am either all in or nothing. I give myself fully into a relationship and then I end up empty and saying I don't want to know nothing about them anymore. Then I fall in love again super easy. For some women, nothing is happening, just being so single. Decided to pull back and take a break. So they see me for who I am, but say they are not enough, not able to provide and wish better for me. Okay, so powerful. You come with a lot of self-awareness. And again, I want to celebrate that. And at the same time, and that's the quality of the priestess, you see more than a regular person can see. And you get to really recognize, I've been blaming men. I've been blaming myself. I've been falling into this loop. I've been falling into this pattern. So this is awesome. So it means you're in the right place and we can go much deeper from here. At the same time, I want to warn you that sometimes self-awareness, a beautiful quality, can actually turn into incredible self-criticism. And usually for women like yourselves, the criticism is not going to come with like really mean words and like being very abusive with your language, how you talk to yourself. But criticism can come with that sense of, subtle bashing of yourself. Subtle sense of, I'm still having this pattern. I'm still not there yet. Who can relate to that? Do you recognize yourself in this voice? Can you catch this voice? Have you caught it at least once today? Because I guarantee you, she has come, this very mean, critical ice queen who is like, this is wrong, you should be more evolved, you should be more this, you should be more that. Yeah, so can we clock her? Good. Okay. So, yeah, we need to keep awareness of that because I'm going to speak about, there's something in my eye. I'm going to speak about some things. To switch this off. I'm going to speak about some things that will bring aha moments for you, maybe even breakthroughs. Maybe you will have this real moment of revelation. Yet it's important that you hold it in your awareness, that you don't sneak into how come it's this way, I need to fix that, Can we just agree on that whatever I'm giving you, you're not going to use it against yourself and to make yourself bad about yourself and to go into shame spiral? Can we agree on that? And this state, by the way, it's like the next level for your priestess. The state where you're able to simply be, to simply stay in the silence without rushing to watch a YouTube video, to do your tarot, to recheck your astrology, where you simply are. This is something we're going to be cultivating next week in Walking in God's Heart. So if you haven't joined this masterclass, I really recommend you do. It's offered at a very symbolical rate. I decided to make it very small so that there is, you put something in, there is a level of commitment, but still it's really nothing for what you're going to get. So it's on early bird right now until tomorrow. So get in now, tomorrow it will still be not expensive at all, but if you want to get in at the best possible opportunity, it's now. So there we will really be working on that. Yeah, this place of silence, this place of stillness, where you get to hold every part of you. But now let's go to the men. So I see a lot of women around me who are attracting men not to build a relationship with him. They're attracting him for initiation. She gets initiated, sure, he gets initiated big time. And then either they just dwell in that realm for years, or he simply goes, or she leaves, that somehow, this ends. What happens here is that you see his potential. This is a gift of the priestess, of a woman who has a strong priestess archetype in her. We all have this gift to see potential. In childhood, you were told that you are a dreamer. In childhood, you felt like you are always fantasizing. You're always dwelling somewhere else. Who experienced that? If you're anything like me, for sure, you had that in your childhood. In fact, the same instrument is your ability to see the highest potential of people in front of you. In every situation, you can see the highest. They can call you optimistic, but it's not optimism. It's just actual reality. You actually see our magnificence. You actually understand that we are limitless in our potential, and you see like how high a person can get to. And that makes you an excellent teacher. And whether or not this is a part of your profession, but it's like, just your being itself is teaching people that yes, they can go higher. And it also can be, a gift and a curse. Because sometimes as a priestess, if you focus so strongly on a man's potential, you are actually keeping yourself protected from this very uncomfortable place for a priestess, which is the three-dimensional reality. It's also a real reality. It's also something that the person has been really building into their cells for years and years and years, for generations and generations. And this is also real. And often what priestesses experience is that there is a certain, for the lack of a better term, spiritual bypassing that's going on, where you're like, I stay here. I don't want to go there. He is full of scarcity. He is full of this. I stay here. And then this becomes forcing. You're trying to force the experience into something that it's not. Yes, you get to hold the potential. You get to see it. And at the same time, there is this man with his flesh and bones, how he sees himself. And no matter how you can see him, it's like my friend of mine was in love with the gay man. And she was saying, she was there at her hairdresser's, and she was having this conversation with her hairdresser. But this man, he doesn't look like gay. But, I feel he's attracted to me. I really think he will change his mind. It's not who he is. And the hairdresser goes like, listen here. It may be true what you're saying. Most likely it is. Probably he's not a gay at all. And it does not matter, because if he thinks he is gay, and that's it. So the same thing, with our man. If he says, no, I cannot go there. No, I cannot do that. No, I cannot. It means he cannot. And no matter how much you believe in him, how much you see him, if he has decided inside of himself that he cannot, what you have to do is get disappointed. And this is very uncomfortable for the priestess to get disappointed, because she doesn't know any limits. She doesn't want to know any limits, because she knows that we, in our essence, are limitless. Why the heck would I accept these petty limits? But this is the medicine that will actually make you land into his embrace. Your disappointment. You need to learn to be disappointed. Can I take a breath with that and really go into this disappointment? What has disappointed you lately? What in man has disappointed you? Where he could not meet you, where he couldn't provide for you, where he said something he was gonna do and he didn't, where you had to remind him, where he suddenly lost interest even though he was so invested. Yeah? Disappointment. Where did you feel this? Allow yourself, go there. It's okay, you're not gonna drop your vibration. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's much more interesting than that. Let yourself feel. Go and feel this disappointment. You can only feel your disappointment when you allow yourself to descend from this cosmic limitless awareness into personal. Here you feel fear, insecurity, disappointment, desire, by the way, also very challenging one often for priestesses, because they kind of want to be transcendent. You don't need anything, you're full of God, why what do you need? And then that's what the man will be mirroring to you, where you say, oh, I'd love, to be treated, I'd love to be taken shopping, I'd love to, and then he would say, oh, but why are you so materialistic or something? And you don't understand, you get upset, and you're like, how can you say that? But actually you've been like really cultivating this identity that says that I'm a priestess, so I cannot be materialistic. He may say you're a gold digger or something like that. And you'll get so offended and you'll get so frustrated because he is actually saying something that you are. This critical lady on the inside is telling you that you are. If you focus on the material too much, then it makes you a gold digger, then it makes you unworthy, then it makes you materialistic, then it makes you small. You see? So, in fact, what has to happen here is that you have to descend into these things, into your human desires, into your ability to feel. And when you feel, yes, you also feel more pain. And this is so important, my loves. This is perhaps the number one key of it all, and it's incredibly painful, incredibly uncomfortable, because it has no end. It's not that you just feel pain for a week and then it's gone. You actually have to feel your pain, I'm not afraid to say, every day. Every day. Who likes to feel pain every day? No one. Definitely not the priestess. She has much more important things to do, and she definitely doesn't want to lower her vibrational alignment for feeling pain. But if she does not, she operates in the frequency of deception. She is deceiving herself. And this is a very low frequency, far lower than the frequency of any of that pain that you actually feel. Deception. And you know what else? Something you really think you don't have. Pride. A lot of pride, a lot of arrogance, a lot of sense of superiority. Where you're like, no, I don't want to go there. I don't want to feel that. This is not how my reality should be. I don't like that. This is not my standards. I have higher standards. This whole thing with standards, like the whole Instagram is with these standards. This is not up my standards, so I fired him. I told him I don't want. But what is these standards? It's pride. More often than not, it's pride and superiority. And you dropping into feeling your pain, you will see that there's so much energy liberated. It's incredible. I sometimes found myself in like pain that I'm like, from where? can I have that much pain? It's clear that it's not about the situation with him. Okay, we can say wounding, ancestry, it doesn't matter. Even there, it doesn't seem like there could be that much pain. And at the same time, holding myself in that pain, it actually doesn't even take that long time. There really can be like a moment that feels like the whole world is ending, and it goes in a blink of an eye. But allowing yourself to go, and allowing yourself to go depends on how you can hold your energy and your emotional and mental bodies from a place of silence. How much silence have you cultivated in your system in order to hold these patterns? In that example, I was like going through so much pain, so much heartache, such a sense of like, it's like even if I go into my head, it's like you don't want to know what it's saying. This this device here, like it's like I would not even repeat that. It's full on. And at the same time, my ability to go through it has increased exponentially over the years. And I know that has been the game changer. Because trying to resist it and going like, oh, there's something uncomfortable, this is something, and then becoming number and number and number, and smaller and squeezing and breathing tighter, smaller, and becoming more and more convenient, more and more enlightened, more and more superior, more and more untouched by life. This has to go. This has to go. You have to let yourself feel. Feel your heart breaking. Feel this disappointment. Feel this cracking. Feel this human mess. And you will see that it doesn't break you. It actually liberates you. Because time and time again, you understand what you're made of. And it's not a personal thing to become someone strong who can hold it all, from this bracing energy, proving something. Again, like coming into this place of this priestess who is like teaching, insisting, directing, who is giving so much way before she has received. And she ends up overgiving, and she ends up being resentful. But actually she just couldn't pace herself. And I heard women say things like, but I want to give all of my heart. I don't want to hold back. But is it your heart you're giving? Or are you giving something that you're not able to hold for yourself? And you're still waiting for someone else to hold it for you? Do you know what I mean? This is so good, Anik says. Hits the spot, hey? So, other things women say, I want him to hold all of me. All of you, or all of your anxiety and mistrust and something that you cannot hold. Do you want him to hold things you cannot hold for yourself? What kind of equal relationship are we talking about here? We were talking about equal relationship, like powerful, high vibrational relationship, and you still want him to hold things that you cannot hold? Some deception here. Let's put it straight. This is self-deception. If you want a high caliber relationship, he doesn't owe you anything. He doesn't have to hold anything for you that you cannot hold for yourself, for sure. This is your job, and this simply means you have to go into higher levels of your priestesshood. You have to go into deeper levels of silence. And honestly, my love, there seriously is nowhere to hide from that. No tarot, no astrology, no modalities, no healing, no trauma therapy, nothing will help until you find that you can actually be with yourself in silence. Literally, there's seriously absolutely no other way. You cannot escape anywhere from here because you have to stop escaping. And you can postpone it another year, another 10 years, another 20, but it doesn't matter. You cannot be not healed enough for that. It's not somewhere outside of you. You know, I'm taking a group to Egypt this March, and this whole work is like, it's not about trying to get somewhere or become some kind of more accomplished priestess. It's about actually dropping so deep in yourself that you simply stop searching, you stop trying to learn something, you stop trying to become better, and you cannot help but just be moved from the silence of you and serve. And this is your highest service. This is what the immersion is dedicated to. Your highest service, from this place of zero, from this place of emptiness, from the place of where you have nothing to prove, nothing to explain even, nothing to share even, just you're here and you're moved. And you are in the silence. So, are you interested to go deeper into your silence? Into this place where you're so, we cannot even say you're good, you're okay, you're everything will be fine. This comes afterwards. Then you decide how you act, what you say. But this place where you just are, can we find that place? Can you find it now? Because this place is eternal. And this place is always accessible. And when you land here, you see how much your whole life you've been running from it. How many things you've came up with just not to be with you. So this is the biggest piece, about the priestess really landing into the arms of a man, because the priestess itself, it's an archetype that doesn't seem to be a relational archetype. You know, you have such a high access to consciousness. You can see so much, you feel so much, there's so much sensitivity, you're such an empath, you can give so much to this world. You really, every place you enter, you light up that place. Just because you really vibrate on high frequencies. This is amazing. But, you know, there's no space for a man if you just focus on that. And it doesn't mean that you need to stop being a priestess. You cannot, actually, if we're honest. If you try to stop being a priestess, then you feel suffocated. It's like you lose your service, and how can you be without service? No, you cannot. Once you've tasted it, you cannot. You only want to go deeper into it. And that's the thing. Yeah, that's the first thing. So the pain, ability to be with your pain, ability to be with your desire, because your desire, like this mundane, human, normal desire of your heart, this is another very important one. When you learn to be with your desire and don't downplay it, because your desire increases with life. It's not that the older you get, the more wise you get, the less you want. You actually want more. If you really are alive in your feminine energy, you actually will want more, because your self-worth increases, and then you will want more. And more may be different things for different people. For some, more is more freedom of time. For some, more is more quality time. More can be more material abundance. More can be higher levels of material abundance, properties, experiences, connections. And when you know your desire and trust your desire, and a lot of women have this very strong desire to actually know that they really can rely on a man for his provision on every level. But a lot of women feel like, oh, I shouldn't want too much, I cannot say that, I already asked for that, and I don't want to be asking anything. And again, pride. Again, separating yourself. Again, hiding behind your sovereignty. Again, I can do it all on my own, vibrating through you. I am strong on my own. I can do it on my own. But see, it's like, it seems like there's a paradox. It's like you need to see the man for who he is, without those pedestals, without putting him out there, without the father wound projections, but really just seeing human to human, letting all the potential be there, but at the same time, human to human. And at the same time, trusting that you can go deeper, you can go further, you get to hold your desire and express your desire and shine in your desire and actually support his evolution through your desire, not through your pointing, not through your dress differently. This is what you should do for your work. This is the decision you should take. This is how you should treat your parents. This is how you should talk to me. This is how you need to heal your trauma. Not from this place, but from a place of, this is what I want. I want to feel this consistent affection. I want to feel like I'm doing life with my man. I feel this in my heart. I want that. And yet here, you can just like be in this, I want, and then let the little girl hijack. And the princess, if you haven't done work on the princess in Sanctuary, we have had a very strong cycle on the princess, on most archetypes by now. But if you don't hold your princess, what she's gonna do is she's gonna be nagging. And she's gonna go like, I want it and you're not giving it to me, and you said you will, but you are not, and I need that, and I don't know what to do, and I feel trapped, and I wanna disappear, and this doesn't work for me, I don't like it, and da. Anybody has done that in your life? Or you go on and on and on in your loop that you then give him. And again, you want him to hold your loop that you cannot exit by yourself. Who has done that? Be honest. Where you are looping and looping and looping, and then you can go into this loop. Oh, but if he cannot do it, doesn't mean that he is not my man. So because my man should be able to do that, but and then you maybe leave him, and then you find another one, and then he is again the same thing, and then you're again asking yourself, could it be my man? Or my man would be different? And you go in those doubts and the loops and the loops and the loops, and this is just you leaking energy. It is just this princess dominating you. And this immature, useful princess who actually hasn't matured into the priestess, who is pretty and sweet and lovable because she's like a bit, cuckoo, the Lulu and all these things, but she doesn't hold herself. And so the way she communicates, therefore, and the way her whole body vibrates is from this place of help me, save me. Is it like completely foreign to you all? You don't recognize yourself looping and wanting him to hold your loops? I need it differently. He needs to give it differently to me. I don't like the way we talk. I don't like the way he says that. I don't like the way what he wants and how he expresses it, and then going on and then giving it to him. I don't like when you do that. I don't like when you do this. I want you to do this and this. So this, again, is you outsourcing, holding yourself and all of your parts to him. What has to happen here is this shift, this respect. This is a strong word, respect. You know that? I spoke also in depth about this in Sanctuary, how for men, one of their basic needs is to feel respected. And if you're running away, you're still in your princess. Because this, it's like there's so much burning. You don't want to tell him because you just want to you don't want to disturb the harmony, because you learned that as a child, that you can be just quiet so you don't get in trouble. So then you just quiet and then you just start ignoring him, but being contracted on the inside. Not from a place of, I have so much fun, I forgot to check my phone, but from a place of not breathing, and then you distance yourself. Still, the little child screaming for attention. And then this basic man's need, respect. So what does it mean to actually respect someone? To respect a man means not giving him the job that you need to do for yourself. Not trying to make him into your father. Not trying to make him into your savior. But actually holding yourself and communicating to him from a place where you are held. And if you cannot communicate and you don't feel held, what you have to learn is this one phrase. My emotional state is such that I cannot communicate to you right now. I need some space. And even if everything is burning and trembling on the inside of you and you want to project everything you have on him and you want him to hold every part of you, you do that. This is my job. I hold myself. And right now, I am not in the emotional state to have a mature conversation. That's it. This is, again, higher levels of silence, higher levels of stillness. Again, something we'll be really cultivating next week at Walking in God's Heart. And there are more things. There are more things that really are important to see, with the overgiving pattern, with the teaching pattern, with the directing him pattern, with the needing to know pattern, needing to be certain, to be clear. Priestess needs clarity, and then she will initiate those conversations about your relationship or where the relationship is going and all these things. Actually, this is still overgiving. This is still, not letting him actually have his own unfoldment, and you just respecting that unfoldment, not rushing into things, not rushing conversations, not rushing intimacy, not rushing anything, but respecting him, and guess what? Respecting yourself. Really, truly respecting yourself. And when you respect yourself, you go at the pace of your slowest parts. Your slowest parts. Sophia, I feel so seen by how you put this into words, Teresa says. I'm very happy. You go at the pace of your slowest parts. And are you there to notice your slowest parts? Are you there to notice? Or are you already with your tarot, with your girlfriends, with your processing, with your journaling, with Come back, it's here. And then you will notice. And you will know also what to do, what to say. You're so wise, you have no idea. You're so bright. You're so beautiful. You're so intelligent. You're such a light on this planet. Maybe it's time you own it. And be that light, be that love. And love, love does not demand. Love does not prove. Love does not even need to explain. Love is kind. Love is patient. Love is wise. Of course, you get to hold people in your heart. But this you only can do when you hold yourself in your heart, really. And I think it's time to get really honest about that and get out of any self-deception. Because if you keep on abandoning yourself, you cannot show up for your service. It will be just halfway, and we all have enough of halfway, right? We want to live fully. We want to really allow this light of the divine to be here on this planet. But if we keep abandoning ourselves, this is impossible. It's literally impossible. So it's serious, actually. And it is up to you. There's no mistake that you're here right now. There's no mistake with all the events that brought you here. All the situations where you felt like he was being initiated and he was not staying and he was not capable, and you keep on breaking up with people and they can only give you that much and this is not enough for you. And there's no mistakes with any of that. But you get to choose, and you can choose it today, or you can choose it next week, or in a year, or in 10 years. And this choice determines the pace of your evolution, the pace of your highest service, and therefore the pace at which humanity really moves to a higher state altogether. Really, it's on each one of us. And it's not about, as I said, it's not about needing more information, needing to heal more, become better. Actually, no. It's actually about returning to yourself. Returning to yourself. And you will see that this is what your man wants from you. This is what your true relationship, whether it's with this man who is in front of you right now or with another man in the future, this is what your man wants from you. And he wants it so profoundly. And he provides you everything he can so that you really awaken to that. So respect yourself, respect him, respect this path, and you will see that things will be changing very quickly. But it's up to you. It will never be forced. I can never come up with enough examples and convince you enough. It's also not my job. I'm here to also bring what comes. And but I believe in us. I believe in us priestesses. I believe in us women. I believe that really it's us dropping into this incredible wisdom and beauty of our hearts that are held in this incredible silence of our eternal being, that this is what changes the world. So, beloveds, let me know if you have any questions. Let me know what touched you today, what you really are going to carry in your heart. I see how powerful and insightful it is not to have sex fast with someone and see what unfolds first, but then there is natural desire, whether this is still to be expressed or not. Well, it's really good that you have desire. But it's like you want this desire to, give it so that he holds it, so that it's directed to him because you are uncomfortable with it yourself. Or can you be with it, with this desire? Can you hold your own desire from your silence? And you know, I've seen that so many times when men seeming like they say they want so much sex with you, and they really like ask for it and invite it, and you know, do beautiful things to experience that with you. But if you go just a bit faster than your slowest part, men step back, and usually immediately or very soon, because in their souls they know it's not right for you, and you know in your soul that it's not right for you, but you're doing it, and so you're deceiving yourself while you're doing it, and then you're wondering, why did he pull back? Because you deceived yourself, and he felt it, and it's not right for your path to be deceiving yourself. So he has to wake you up, you know, your soul has to wake you up. And she uses everything. She uses me right now, she uses him, she uses every situation, so you wake up to your magnificence. The pattern of healing him or telling him how to choose. I have these tendencies. Hearing this feels like a relief to my nervous system. Listen, hold myself. Yeah. Yes. Okay, beauties. So absorb this, and let's go deeper, because this is just a little you know, icing on top of the cake. We have a whole cake next week, and it's also still just the beginning. We start with the cake, but actually it's the entree, and there's so much more we get to experience together. But next week is a very important one. Please make sure you're there and walking in God's heart. We have these incredible 3 days, and with day 1 we are going to start with this silence, with this real anchoring into your silence. I will show you very clear, direct pathways how you can cultivate this silence in your life, that you hold yourself, that you hold your heart, that you hold your pain, that you hold your bliss. By the way, I didn't mention that, but that also is correct. The bliss gets stronger, the orgasms get more mind-blowing, but it all is one package, and the stillness is the gateway. And yeah, so this is how we start in I call it kissed from within. Yeah, then we have a second day where you really prepare your nervous system to carry higher states of consciousness, and the third day is actually knowing how to focus your gaze on what truly matters, and that also is something that makes you completely irresistible, because people who are focused are the most attractive people on this planet. So this is next week. We have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, walking in God's heart, specifically for priestesses and for sacred warriors of love. So it's also open to men. Then from there, we're going into Sanctuary. So Sanctuary is my membership, and we have the Priestess cycle starting next Friday. And by the way, if you're joining Sanctuary for a year, you get to use whatever you pay for walking in God's heart. You get to use it as a credit towards the year in Sanctuary. So this is also for you to know if you know you want to have continuity together. And then also I have this big experience coming up, which is Egypt, which is not even so much I can explain, but it's for those who feel and who know that they are ready for something truly infinite within them. So my pleasure to be here with you. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you next week, hopefully. And we'll stay connected through the Telegram channel. Ciao, ciao.